Dragon Drop Podcast.
Welcome to episode 28 of the Drag and Drop Podcast. 28, just like the average age a esports pro gamer has to quit at. We are back. This is the week of October 24th, because we record on Thursdays. And we're getting pretty close to the election, and we don't want to talk about it. So,
You just did.
Nope. No, I didn't. Okay, let's talk about Clint Eastwood instead. Clint Eastwood is 94 years old.
Holy crap. Does he have dementia yet, or what happens at 94?
I mean, what happens, it's different for everybody, man. But like, I think if he's made it to 94 and he can still direct a movie, and it says here this is his 40th movie, he's still got it, right? I saw his last movie, Cry Macho, where it's about like a guy having to go down to Mexico to get a kid for his boss, and the kid has a chicken that does cockfighting named Macho. But the moral of the story is it's like it's okay to cry and still be a strong man. And that was Clint Eastwood that said that. So
Wow.
there you go. This movie,
What a legend.
This movie called Juror Number 2 is about this guy who played Beast in X-Men First Class, Nicholas Hoult. He is a jury member on a murder trial, or this dude is on trial for murdering his fiance, but Nicholas Holt's character is the actual one that killed her, because he hit her with his car or something, and he thought it was a deer. So
does he tell him guilty or not guilty?
That's the movie.
I bet he goes with not guilty and then he confesses.
We'll see in it, man. I don't know.
That's what's going to happen.
It's like a metaphor.
An old guy that
honest.
old, he's not writing a Tarantino script where this guy goes in and he's in the jury and he really tries to convince him.
Who said Clint Eastwood wrote the movie?
Well, I mean, he likes this sort of, it's all good in the end, right? We go to bed happy because the guy who did it gets in trouble. That's what's going to happen for a 94-year-old guy. He's not out here trying to stir up turmoil. He's trying to wrap a nice little bow around this movie, just like a nice little bow around his life. It's a metaphor for the end of his life and career.
And when you're sad, it's okay to cry. Clint Eastwood. You're a stronger man if you cry. It's okay.
Hey, man. But yeah, looks like it's pretty good. It's his 40th movie he's directed. So that's a lot of movies. Clint Eastwood's the greatest of all time, even if he yelled at that empty chair.
Jimmy Carter or Clint Eastwood, who's going first?
Like, who's gonna die first? I think there's a decent chance Clint Eastwood goes before Jimmy Carter.
What? He's got all of his functionalities.
He's
He's directing.
But Jimmy Carter's immortal. We're still
at this point, yeah.
We're in that 2-week window where Jimmy Carter's already voted, but if he dies, he's one of the guys that that voted that's dead. So
that's awesome.
His past self has voted. Oh,
could happen. It's happening any day now. But anyways, how you guys doing? How's your week been? What's up? Mid-October.
it's been great.
You guys feeling
nice chill October.
You guys feeling the spooky season?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna celebrate Halloween, dude. You know, I feel like Halloween's kind of turned into like a gore fest thing. It should just be like a little, like all the horror movies and stuff, and people trying to dress up like some crazy murders and shit.
Yeah, we watched Halloween Town, and that's not a gory movie. Okay,
that's with witches.
You're watching like Saw. Like, what are you doing, man?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. That's what people are talking about dressing up as. I'm like, geez, you gotta chill. You gotta just be like a spooky ghost.
A lot of people buying those scream.
You be a psychopath.
Be a hot dog.
Be something that's PG for the little children.
I don't know. I mean, you guys, you live in an apartment though, so you can't really. The kids don't trick or treat there, right?
Oh, we get them trick or treating. No one shows up.
Like kids that grew up in apartments, like, do they trick or treat? They just go to a different neighborhood.
They have to go somewhere else. And that was the thing. Even if you're in a neighborhood, you go to like the other neighborhood that has better, opportunities, bigger candy bars.
I never did that.
Scope it out.
I just did my own neighborhood, maybe like 8 blocks forward, 8 blocks back. Just every single house with the pillowcase For the
Yeah, we were pillowcase kids.
You have
That's-
to, man.
Yeah, dude. If you're out there with a little shitty orange bucket, like what is that? How much
You're
can
just
you?
slow.
Right.
You
You're
can't.
just too
Yeah,
slow.
you can't even fit any candy in that. You can't even pour it out right at the end, man. It's gonna.
And was it your actual pillowcase? Like
No.
you took it off your pillow and that was
No, we use extra pillowcase. Damn.
Designated
pillowcase?
candy
Bill
bag.
you only had one pillowcase growing up. Oh, that's a sad one, man. You know, Paul,
I don't think
my brother now has 2 pillowcases because I gave him 2 pillowcases.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
I remember when I was probably 13, I told my mom she did the laundry bad, and then she never did my laundry again.
Oh my god, dude! My mom definitely bleached my clothes a couple times, and she did also just stop doing my laundry as well. But that's dude. When you're 13, you're old enough. Like you had Mrs. Fucking what her husband's the bully. Mrs.
Oh, Mrs. Kimball.
Mrs. Kimball. Yeah, Mrs. Kimball life skills class. She taught us how to use washing machines.
Right.
Even if
Nice,
your own
nice.
mom didn't, you had Mrs. Kimball in middle school.
Yeah, and I was bad though. I would do one big pile and I'd do one big load. And when you overfill the washer, it doesn't wash the clothes properly. And so my clothes always smelled mildewy. And I had a clean pile and a dirty pile. I never folded, never put anything away. There was a clean pile and a dirty pile. And a lot of times I'd have to pick out of the dirty pile because the clean pile was gone. And I would just, okay, which one's the least stinky? So, I mean,
Like,
that was,
dude,
I was becoming an adult.
the mildew smell is usually from just leaving your stuff in the washing machine too long without drying it.
Yeah.
They call it the neckbeard smell.
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
It's that good stank.
Like I barely separate my stuff at all, but I'll do like a load for like underwear, socks, a load for like colorful stuff, and a load of just black stuff, and then a load of just sheets
Whites.
and bedding. I don't bother doing just white loads.
Ooh,
I don't have
that
enough
sounded
stuff.
wrong.
I don't have enough stuff that's just white.
Just white loads.
Are you wearing whitey tighties, Bill?
No, mine are like boxer briefs. They're like spandex, like dark.
That's what my brother wears, man.
What do you wear?
Because he greeted me just wearing his boxer briefs. I wear regular
no.
I wear regular boxers, but sometimes those
Really?
boxer
Still
briefs-
like cotton boxers, not the boxer briefs.
What's the benefit of the boxer brief?
They're a
Keeping
little
it
more
tight.
form fitting.
I don't have a form that is going to be fitted correctly, man. I'm not a regular shape.
What shape
I'm
are you?
on the regular boxers, and then you wear basketball shorts down past your knees under your pants.
Dude, I'm
So
wearing
then at all times you can just take off your pants and you're in your shorts mode, ready to go. You know?
Oh,
I got basketball shorts on right now, dude.
See, you're on the same kick.
Yes.
So I was thinking about this. Okay, so pubic hair and like chest hair and armpit hair can only grow to a certain length. But if you cut it, how does it know to grow again? Because you know it only grows so long. How does it know when it gets cut? Because hair is dead, right? How does it know it got cut and then it needs to grow back to its couple inch length?
I think there's a pretty easy answer to that. Is it doesn't grow to a certain length. It just grows, and some of it falls out, and on average, they all fall out by that point.
Is that? I think that's a myth. I think that's a myth because I don't think my pubes are actually falling out like that. I mean, are your pubes falling out? Mine are pretty in there. Like the follicles are
retention mode.
serious.
Keep 'em. Well, you got that's why you got the briefs holding it.
I try
packing it
not
in.
to. I try not to pull any hair, or like because like, this hair might not keep growing. So
Yeah, I'm receding.
well, that time.
Big forehead. See this? This is not a forehead. I've got space.
Phil, you've
Past my
you've
four?
always had a pretty big forehead. It's not any different. It's not though.
Is it because my brain's so big?
Yeah, dude. You gotta be able to fit it in there, man. Okay. All right. So you went to Colorado. Like this little topic here is about panic attacks. How was the flight?
Yeah. So
We talked about it on the pod, right? He's
we did, and I like this topic because I feel like I was ashamed of my anxiety and panic for years, and I'm at the point where I think it's important to talk about it because there's people out there that are probably ashamed, and if you hear this and you're ashamed, don't feel ashamed. There's lots of people that go through this anxiety and panic, but I talked about this on the pod before that I was going to fly on the plane, and I've had panic attacks on the plane before, and that's like horrible. You're sitting there, and I get really fidgety, feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack, and like I'm just freaking out, and you just are stuck. You have to just, and I listen to like meditation and try and breathe through it, and it's hours of like freaking out. But so I went to the doctor and I was like, hey, I want some anxiety medicine because like I actually think that like I am medically needing of this, and they gave me Ativan. And before I was gonna get on the flight, I was having anxiety about how the Ativan was going to affect me and like if I was going to have a bad reaction, and I'm on the plane. So I'm like, my watch detects my stress, and I'm like, and then I popped open the watch app and I see that my stress is spiking like as I'm reading about the Ativan and people's bad experiences. It's typical anxiety behavior.
In what way is it like? Is it just monitoring your heart rate? Like, what do you mean? Your stress. And your watch?
I think it does have heart rate, and then probably like breathing repetition, but it is pretty good at spiking, knowing when my stress is going off.
You can tell when you're taking like short breaths.
Yeah, breaths and probably heart rate and heart rate variability, and probably like maybe pulse ox and body temperature. I'm not sure all the stuff that it does for stress, but I didn't take it soon enough before the flight, and I was kind of like, my anxiety was peaking a bit, so it took a bit to come down. The flight home, I took it a little bit earlier, and that the second flight's usually better because it's like, oh, it's the anticipation for me. Like I don't have a problem landing. Near the end of the flight, I'm fine. It's like I hate waiting. So you get to the airport, and I'm sitting there waiting.
It's not the takeoff part.
Not really.
We feel it start to go up.
It's like the whole experience, having to sit in the chair and wait for 40, like I'm in the plane, waiting for 45 minutes to go. And I just sat in the airport waiting an hour.
So it's not the being in flight that gives you anxiety. It's waiting to take off.
It's kind of, the anticipation of that whole thing.
Like when I fly, I hated being in the air, like because I flew to California, but like it was like what, fucking 6 hours of flying.
That's a long flight. But a few years ago, I went to the Netherlands and had no medication and didn't have any anxiety. It was probably like a 9-hour flight or 10-hour flight. I was fine. I watched The Matrix for the first time. So it's kind of just depends on where I'm at with things.
Better airline?
Oh yeah, it was Air Canada. We flew out of Toronto because we looked this up. We flew out of Toronto. Yeah,
Did you
it was better price.
to Toronto or what?
I drove to Toronto. Yeah.
How long of a drive is that? For
5 hours. It's really not bad.
Okay.
Pretty close. But they give you like hot pocket type, but like good hot pockets on Air Canada because it's a long flight. So they like give you actual food. You fly Frontier.
Frontier's
they
bad.
ain't giving you shit.
They try to kill you in there.
Right. They'll charge you for, Ice Cube. You ain't getting nothing for free.
They're the ones with
they're like, we have Wi-Fi. You gotta pay though. It's like, oh, okay, sweet.
They got
Why would you even say anything?
They have the green bear on the plane, right?
Yeah, I think it's different animals.
Okay.
I think they have different animals.
All right. Let's go. Let's oat milk.
Yeah, so they started milking almonds here a few years ago, and they're milking. They don't do walnut milk, but eventually we got to the point where we're milking oats, and I think that it's really high in saturated fat. What does it say here? So influencers, health influencers, are turning away from oat milk and turning back to milk.
Inflammatory seed oils causing acne in women.
It's the seed oils in oat milk.
Huh.
And I was kind of turning to oat milk a little bit, but then I started seeing these types of things where it's just full of seed oils, and it's just shit for you.
It's some emulsifier they use in it.
So I'm trying to make a healthy choice.
Just all the additives.
Synthetic vitamins.
Oats by themselves are good for you, but oat milk, probably not.
Huh.
Yeah,
so it doesn't taste the best. I mean,
I just drank the lactose-free milk. It tastes a little different than regular milk, but not oat milk. It's not almond milk.
I'm sipping that whole.
Ooh.
That 4%.
And I got Cocoa Chimp on deck now.
Dang.
What?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I saw that pic that you
I bought
sent.
like
That's
12
true.
boxes of cereal.
Cocoa chip.
What is Cocoa Chip?
Yeah, they're like Cocoa Puffs.
Was
But,
that from Aldi or where'd you get that from?
What is
You get it
this?
at like Whole Foods.
This is
I
it?
just copped the whole 12 boxes. Yeah.
It's a little
So I've been,
monkey.
you know,
That's cute.
yeah,
Why is this $60?
better than Cocoa Puffs.
How many boxes is that for $60? Is it one box for $60?
It's pack of
12
12
boxes.
10-ounce boxes.
I got them for like 35 or something.
Any good?
Holy
I figured
crap.
I was just gonna give them to the food pantry anyways, but now I'm eating them and I'm like, hold up.
It's probably good.
There's only 10 G's of sugars per serving in here.
Not too bad.
It tastes like Cocoa Puffs. They're probably better. Who knows? I mean, it's still cornmeal and shit, but
Never been
Decent
a fan
fiber.
of chocolate cereal at all. You guys like chocolate cereal?
Reese's Puffs.
That's peanut butter chocolate.
It's got some.
chocolate. What are you talking about?
What about Count Chocula?
Chocolate. Yeah, I don't like it. Never been a fan. I'm a Fruit Looper, man. A Fruit Loop, Apple Jacks.
Fruity
Cinnamon
Pebs.
Toast Crunch.
Fruit Loops
Wait,
and
what'd you
Apple
say?
Jacks are the same thing, though.
Fruity Pebs.
Fruity Pebs.
Fruity Pebbles is like barely even. That's just like
It gets soggy pretty quick.
Yeah,
And
it's-
a soggy Fruity Peb. Ooh.
but mini wheats though. Mini wheat soggy. Those are good
Those will chew the top of your mouth.
if they're hard. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta let them sog.
Yeah, you let them sog a little bit.
So Belig's
sog.
probably like a French onion soup fan. He likes the
Not
soggy
at all.
bread
French
stuff.
onion soup to me tastes like ramen. It's like bad ramen.
Mm.
I don't like that. With all the cheese in it, I'm not a big cheeser like Bill here, Mr. Wisconsin.
Oh, I ate cheese when I said 3 minutes before the pod. I made 2 cheese roll-ups.
What the fuck is a cheese? You put cheese in a tortilla and microwave it?
Yeah, isn't that a snack people
mean-
eat?
I guess
That was my snack.
it's not too bad. You doing the keto tortillas? What are you doing?
They're the corn.
Oh,
The
corn. I'm a hater, man. I'm a flour tortilla eater.
I would eat flour, but just kind of get what comes to the house. You know, I'm not really the grocery shopper.
Right.
I am the card holder, so I spend whatever money is spent, but I don't do the grocery shopping. So, and I kind of prefer it that way because I'm a really bad spender. If I go to the store, I'll look at something and then I'll put it back. And she's like, "Why didn't you just put it in the cart? Why aren't you just getting that?" I'm like, "I can't." And I'll do that all throughout the store, and
Isn't that better though? Like you're not spending then.
Right. Yeah. So, but you have to buy some groceries. You have to.
You gotta experiment.
I'm
you
the
know?
same way,
Try
dude.
some
Like-
shit you normally wouldn't get sometimes, and say, "Man, that was some shit. Never again." That's fun too.
Try some new stuff out.
Pawn it off to someone else. You know.
That's why I like Aldi. They always have like seasonal temporary crap, so you can try new
Mm.
stuff. But I refuse to buy any electronics from Aldi. Okay,
Yeah.
they're so bad.
Electronics at Aldi.
Any
What?
non-food good from Aldi? I mean, maybe if you got like a bathroom mat, but in general, like if you buy shelving or like anything, it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, I forgot they have
This brand
non-food
right here,
stuff
man.
today.
Ambiano brand. Stay away from this. Okay, Ambiano brand is not good.
What'd you buy that burns you so bad?
Well, no, it was just an automatic like soap dispenser, but it broke immediately. It's like it worked for like 2 days.
It pumps
Dude.
twice and dies.
What we should do is make it like open a store and just buy stuff off Temu, and don't tell people it's a Temu store, but we just have a store. It's just
like
a store.
So only an only made in China store is your concept.
That's like Walmart already.
Not a lot of good stuff on Temu.
We just, dude, you can get so much stuff on Temu. You just
Are
get
you actually
stuff off
using Temu? Do you have Temu installed on something?
I don't, because I feel like it's Chinese
it's
spyware.
yeah, it's absolutely like I would uninstall Temu or like tell your fucking uncle to uninstall Temu if he's on there. You know, because it's
Yeah,
gonna-
but it's so cheap. It doesn't matter if it breaks because it's
Yes,
so cheap.
it's
like,
so
man,
cheap. It
I
only-
could just get a new one now.
It doesn't matter if they only ship like 80% of the stuff you buy.
Is that true?
I swear that's the business model, man. It's like you don't. It's like a lottery. You don't fully expect to actually get the item.
Temu came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, their ads were everywhere.
It's just like Alibaba.
Yeah.
Came
I'm
from
an Alibaba kind of guy.
It's actually Temu. If you watch the Super Bowl ad.
Temu.
Yeah. Temu. All right, let's jump to some of Ian's topics here. You guys ever stress shit? Because someone was saying they don't stress shit. Absolutely.
No, when I stress, I don't. I
You-
hold
Like I
it
either.
in. I'm scared.
So your body
You know?
proactively locks down and holds the shit in so you don't shit.
It's not a fight situation. It's a flight situation. So you gotta take a step back and reassess.
You've never procrastinated? Like
I
What
can't
is
say I
this?
have.
shitting to procrastinate. Like instead of doing the thing you got to do, your body tells you it's time to poop.
Maybe.
No.
I don't poop very long though.
Oh,
I'm a 30
s-
second
s-
shitter.
Speed shitter, dude. That's health.
Right.
That's the measure of health, man. How fast can you shit?
Well, see, did you actually know the physiological effects of anxiety make it so that the energy stops going to your digestive system and it goes to like your arms and your legs to run away? And when
What?
you're in a relaxed state, that's when more of your energy and resources are spent on digestion and processing energy.
What if you're exercising? How does your body process then?
You're using all your energy in your extremities and not in digestion.
So, anxiety and exercising are the same state for your body.
Yeah, it's like a stress state. Yeah.
So, should you always exercise after having eaten then?
Well, you should go for a walk because that promotes healthy digestion. You want to digest your food. You're supposed to wait a while after eating to exercise, right?
But I mean, walking is gonna be physically like moving your body to like help it, so that it's not just gravity, and your
It's more shaking
internal
it down.
organs like pushing it all in there. Like you're physically getting it more moving, shaking, so it's better.
I've never taken a laxative, but I feel like I want to experiment at some point.
Dude,
Yeah.
I watched the episode of My Strange Addiction where she just keeps eating, like she's got boxes and like instead of having clothes in her drawers, she's got empty boxes of laxatives. They never show her shitting the whole episode, but that's why she's taking them. You know?
Did you guys ever watch the one where the girl eats toilet paper? She loves the taste of toilet paper.
I have not seen that. But have you seen the one where the girl eats couches? Like she eats the foam in the couch. There's one where this guy has sex with the tailpipe of his car.
Yeah, he loves his car.
There's
He
a-
kisses it.
There's one where a guy.
It was a boy car too. He's gay with his car.
There's one where this woman just keeps eating dryer sheets because they smell nice.
There's one where she likes the smell of dirty diapers, and she will sniff and
Yeah, I
suck
saw
on the
that
piss
one.
diapers.
I don't want to see that one. There's one where this guy just eats glass and it's just like fine. And he's somehow not bleeding on the inside. Like, he eats wine glasses, just like little bite by bite, or like glass like light bulbs.
I think we talked about this lady, but like last week, or I think we talked about her last week, but she hoards her shit. Like she shits in buckets, and her whole house is full of shit buckets. Like that. Like imagine you go on a date with a lady, and it's the shit lady.
Dude,
you don't know when you love her.
Like fortifying your house for like a end of day scenario. That's how you do it. You make all the walls shit, and then no one would want to go in there.
That's some monkey brain shit, man. Okay. How much sleep do you guys think you're supposed to get?
7 to 9.
That's the default answer, I'd say, right? 7. Who gets fucking 9 hours of sleep a night?
I do here and there. I like I'm a need my sleep type of person.
I feel like going beyond 8.5 feels like a lot.
Like on a Saturday,
At the same time,
I'll be
have
in bed for 10, 12 hours.
Yeah, I think I talked about the pod, trying to get that full 14.
14 hours of sleep?
Dude, if you can get it like once every like 6 months, it feels great. Just a solid 14. But I saw something that women need 11 more minutes of sleep on average than men, and I was trying to think about why would that be. And it's probably because men used to have to sleep for 3 hours and go to war.
Yeah,
Right? That's
that makes sense because when the tiger comes,
the
she's not getting out of bed to go fight the tiger. You are getting out of bed to go fight the tiger.
that reminds me of something my dad would always say. Like when my grandma was like old and like pretty decrepit, but like my dad would say like if there was a tiger, she could get up. She could get up and run. She could like she could get up. Like if the right circumstance happened, anybody their adrenaline could kick in. You know, even if they're old. I don't know why he'd say that.
I wonder when the next time will be that I have like an animal encounter where it's like I've been waiting for this, especially with geese, waiting for them to aggress me so that I can assert myself as a man and see how I stand. You know, do I fall to the do I fall as prey to the animal or do I overcome
I
and
don't
kill the
I
animal?
don't think it's possible to fall as prey to a goose.
Well, what about like
But-
a cougar?
And
All right, a cougar, I'll die.
there might be
Um,
coyotes near you, but I don't think there's any cougars around, right?
There's, I think, yeah, there's big cats coming through here and there. They've seen them. Look, dude, look it up. DeWitt. They've
You
came
don't
right
live
through
in
here, dude.
DeWitt?
Yeah, big cat DeWitt.
It's like 30 miles from you, dude. Like that's
But they're
Uh,
hidden, dude. You won't even see them. That's the thing about the big cats is
Yeah. I think the DNR like denies them being around in Michigan, but then there's like more and more sightings of them being posted, so they're out there. I don't think a coyote would be that aggressive, you know, and try to fuck you up.
but like a
They're
pack
like
of them.
scavengers. Yeah, a pack when it's like winter and they're all super desperate or something, maybe. But
That's why I've been trying to carry a pocket knife with me more often so that I'm like actually prepared. Because like if I think about it, I am not that well prepared. Like I'm not a combat person. I don't train boxing or any like I kind of need a weapon. And so I need to be carrying my pocket knife. So when I get aggressed,
according to this, man, not a lot of cougars have been sighted in Michigan. This is the Michigan DNR.
yeah, they try to falsify them. They're like, no.
These are confirmed sightings since
Ah, you
2008, but like there hasn't
That's a
been
lot.
there hasn't
confirmed sightings though.
there
Yeah.
has not been one since 2022, Bill. Okay.
well, I mean, the guy who probably maintained this table, you know, they're not doing real good on staffing these days.
Okay, you just assume
They don't want there to be
it's-
cats. They don't want it to be true, so they're holding back.
Even for 2022, there were 4 total sightings. For 2021, you got 2, 5, 8, 9.
But they
10.
hide. They're not like supposed to be seen.
They're not social animals.
But didn't you just say they've been sighted? This is saying they have not been.
Well, no, this is they hide so well that seeing them is proof that there's quite a bit more than you realize.
So you believe in cougars the same way people believe in Sasquatch.
No, because cougars are actually real.
Yes, they're real, but you're saying they exist without ever being sighted.
Did you guys ever hear that story of the guy in the Rocky Mountains who was jogging and there was a juvenile male mountain lion that attacked him and he choked it to death with his bare hands?
This is the guy that defended his wife.
No, it was a guy by himself, just kind of like a regular guy, like me, which like I want to identify with him as like I could maybe do something like that.
This is the one you're talking about that just happened? here?
No, not with a shovel.
Well, this happened not too long ago, man.
Man kills mountain lion with shovel at Colorado campground. Holy shit, dude!
Earlier this month,
Could you imagine?
October. Wait, is this from last year?
Like one of the little poop shovels, so it's not very long, you know, close combat.
This
Just a little
article.
garden shovel. Just
Yeah.
This article says it's from October 2nd, but it says it occurred on October 25th, which is tomorrow.
last year.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's got to be a lot easier to kill one with a shovel than with your bare hands. But I saw one where a guy like he killed it with his hands or something because it attacked his
Yeah,
wife.
it could be emaciated or something, or you know,
I mean, if they're attacking
just
humans,
out of its element. So
They're
he
just
he caught it
hungry.
off guard. You know, he took the advantage.
Bill, why do people
He was
always
the
say
predator.
that when an animal attacks somebody? They're just hungry.
So I don't think they have a whole lot of thoughts in their head, and it's like hunger, sex, sleep, poop, pee. That's about it, right? What else do
Yeah.
animals really think about? They don't reason.
Not too many of them are territorial enough to be aggressors, and like seeking out that kind of thing. Most animals want to preserve their own life. So
True. Huh. You guys,
bears,
okay, this is another one from Ian here. He has a hard-boiled egg in his fridge. And he's asking us, should he bury it? I think he should, as long as he does a proper burial like he did with that raccoon. Or he wrapped the thing and
is he
took a
talking
picture.
water burial or ground?
No specifics here. There is an egg in the fridge. It's been there a while.
So the normal adult response would be to throw it in the trash. But if we want to have fun with it, I think just go out in the backyard and chuck it. Or out on the road. Get in the middle of the road and just see how far you can throw it down the road.
Yeah, can we get that on video, Ian? You just go down your road and just underhand roll it as far as you can.
That's the lucky egg.
We'll play it next week. We'll play it next week in the pod.
At this point, you better keep it in the fridge. It's your lucky egg.
All right. Well, it's probably rotten. How long hard-boiled egg only lasts a couple weeks, max.
Or run it over with your car. So like go out in the street and then just roll over it with your car. But we need a really close up shot of it so that we can see this egg.
Under the back tire, back up over, then bury the remains.
Put it in the backyard and just leave it there. And it might see if it rots before the winter comes. And if it doesn't, wait till spring and then wait to see how long it rots. So experiment and observe.
It's a few options there for you, Ian. Okay. Another one. How to date a coworker before you quit. I don't know. This is a real specific situation. I suggested to him that he ask them out on his last day.
All right. So here's how you do it. You just talk to them like they're your girlfriend, and then after enough time passes, they just will become your girlfriend. It's usually how it goes. Setting them up, just making it seem like it's just what it is, and
that's kind of
next
genius.
thing you know,
women like a man that'll lead. And you lead by telling them they're your girlfriend out of the gate, huh?
You don't tell them that. You just treat them like that.
You assume.
That's pretty smart.
But then after a certain amount of time, yeah, you tell them. Because they're going to be like, so what's going on? They know.
So we haven't talked about Joey in a while, but Joey taught me an important lesson when I was young. So Joey was short and not very attractive. Uncharacteristically unattractive.
Very caveman-like, really, man.
Odd. But he could throw a baseball really far. But what he taught me was it's all about the numbers. And so we would go to the mall and I would always wingman, and I was too self-conscious. I didn't want to be rejected. So I always would just wingman for him and put him in the limelight to be rejected. But he would take the rejection again and again, and it was all about the numbers. And he bagged a ton of chicks by just being rejected a ton. And then eventually you have some girl, and there were some cute girls too. It's like, you wouldn't think that she would be into it, but girls have low self-esteem. And, you just show them some kindness, show them some attention. And, he bagged plenty of chicks. And one of them had a lazy eye and wasn't cute. One of them had a bum leg too. Literally she swung a leg. And,
this isn't the girl that had the bum eye in high school that no longer has a bum eye, right?
It was the girl whose dad lost a leg and hung out with Kid Rock.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, she swung a leg.
What does that mean, man? She swung a leg.
I think like maybe one of her legs didn't grow the same, so one of her legs, like you have two different sized legs, and you're gonna look like a pirate when you're walking.
Or you got like hip problems, dude.
Okay, you're saying that since like her left leg was longer, she swung it out while walking, like it instead of going
something
forward,
like that.
It kind of went around.
Yeah, or like it's like if you have an arm that doesn't grow all the way and you have a baby arm. It's like the same kind of thing. Like it just the symmetry. You weren't blessed with the symmetry of two, like regular legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, a strong arm.
Oh, what a movie. Dude, Marlon Wayans has been going all around promoting stuff recently. You guys notice that?
Who's that?
The scary movie 1 and 2 were I think they were written by Sean and Marlon Wayans. The you've seen White Chicks?
Part of it. I know what it is.
One of those two guys is Marlon Wayans. All right, never mind. You guys
They're
don't know
good
about
guys.
Marlon Wayans.
They're good. Well, because that's all just so nowadays, dude. Those movies are gonna get banned, dude. I mean, you're not gonna have them on streaming.
What do you mean? They're on streaming, right?
I'm just saying the way things are going. It's probably
People
They should make a movie called Black Chicks, and it's just literally white straight dudes. But that's the thing, because they identify as black chicks.
But do you think they'd have to have black women pretend to be white men?
Okay, so it's called Black Chicks. But the whole point these days is like you're just something that you're not. Is that what it is?
What are you?
I feel like I almost cracked the code on trans the other night. Remember, I texted you guys,
Yeah.
and then in the morning Dan said something, and I got confused again.
Over 30 years old and discovered the difference between gender and sex.
I mean, it doesn't come up, My
doesn't
parents ain't teaching me about that. Who's teaching me about that? Is school teaching me about that?
Yeah. Unless you went to
Not
a
my
Catholic
school.
school, Dan, where they just said God did it, right?
You're one of God's children. It doesn't matter.
I think.
Dude, I was listening.
What? Yep.
I was listening to this Amish guy, and he was saying that when he was a kid, that they always told him and his siblings that because every year his mom had a kid, and that she was just sick. So, like when she was really, really like bloated and pregnant, it was just that she was sick, and they thought that the baby just kind of descended from heaven.
From a stork.
Right. That's
weird.
Amish people.
They just not have a word for pregnant.
I think they didn't want to corrupt the kids with penis and vagina talk.
They corrupt
Avoiding
them all
that kind of
during
combos.
Rumspringa, right?
Oh yeah, they start dipping.
I saw a really a political ad saying that Trump is trying to get all the Amish votes because he thinks that he's trying to say that Kamala is gonna do a permanent Rumspringa.
I don't even know what one Rumspringa is.
It's when like they're like 16 to 18 and they get to like live with regular people for like 2 weeks.
Oh, they get to go out. Yeah, and then if they don't come back, then they're ostracized.
Mhm. I
wonder
it's
what the
kinda weird.
percentage of them that just stay out, or what
That's a good
percentage of them
question.
comes back. Probably because that's probably rare.
This is it.
Donald Trump is rolling out a controversial new proposal this week, promising a complete and total ban on electricity in his latest attempt to appeal to Amish voters. The former president told a group of influential Amish megadonors that if elected on day one, he would make turning the lights on or plugging in an appliance a criminal offense. Trump posted.
I am so happy The Onion is back. I told you guys I got the physical new paper copy, right?
Oh yeah.
But the better
Yeah.
part is they started up the YouTube again, as you see here. And the guy that's the anchor is a guy named Josh Johnson, who was like a real news guy that used to be the guy that hosted the show that I listened to on the way to work at NPR every day. So this guy he went from this to having a show on MSNBC to now being the main anchor of The Onion.
That'd be a cool job.
This is hilarious stuff, man. They're fully serious about getting the Amish vote.
Brim MAGA hat and long beard that he says helps humble him in adherence to God's word.
But Tom,
It's great.
It's weird to think about Amish people even being allowed to vote.
Why wouldn't I mean, you don't think of them as people or what? What do you mean?
Like they feel like that they have rejected their U.S. citizenship and they
Yeah.
like they are physically in the U.S. but they're not part of the U.S.
They're
Yeah,
like-
they're
they're like,
dodging the whole society, right?
They're like reverse Indians.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, they think of everybody else as what, Germans or something? Or no, are they the Germans? They call everyone else the English.
Did they give us Thanksgiving? The Amish?
I don't think anybody gave anybody Thanksgiving, man.
Who was it? Who gave the Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving is just a harvest festival, man.
it was the Dutch.
It just times out to that's when you harvest all your shit at the end of the year.
No, it was those weird people with the bonnets.
They're talking about the Pilgrims right now.
Yeah, the Pilgrims.
Are
Those
you-
turned into the Amish.
Did you learn about Thanksgiving through the Addams Family movie or something?
The Santa Maria, the Pinta, the Nina, I got 3.
This-
Uh,
that is all 3, dude. That's 3.
is there only 3?
I think there was 3. The 3
Santa Maria, the Pinta,
Mayflower,
the Nina,
the Mayflower.
Mayflower. That's the Pilgrim one.
Yeah. The other, those ones you just named, I think, were Columbus's ships.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right. They came over on the Mayflower, the Pilgrims.
Yes, and the other ones, because they were Spanish, came over on those Spanish named ships. But,
Dude, when you watch like slave movies, when they boat slaves over and they're like in the bottom deck and they're all chained up, like laying in, that's fucked up, dude.
That's
well,
being on a plane.
it was fucked up when it happened. Have you
Right.
seen Roots? Did your dad make you watch Roots when you were 6?
Never heard of it.
Oh, I've seen it, but a long time ago. I think there's nudity in it.
I mean, I
I
just watched
would
it in
remember
school,
that.
dude. It was like a 4-part miniseries about like an African. It went all the way from like them being taken as slaves from Africa to like they're 2 generations in.
Kunta Kinte.
Yes, Kunta Kinte, and he's like, they'd whip him and say, "Your name is Toby."
Right.
And he said, "Kunta Kinte."
That was like one of the early memes.
It was an early
in middle
meme, though.
school?
But that's because when we were in middle school, that was when Dave Chappelle did it on the Chappelle Show.
Oh, okay.
You
'Cause-
probably saw that version.
When you said that, it elicited a response in me that thought it was funny, but I know that that's not funny.
It's funny when Dave Chappelle's doing it because he yells at the guy that's whipping him. So, but, yeah. I'm gonna skip these 2 here.
Oh, I got one here. I had this was a thought the other day. Old people are cranky because they can still do shit. You know, like people are always trying to help them. You know, like, oh, let me get that for you. And I think they're mad because everyone's trying to help them, but they're still alive. They can still do shit.
Yeah, they
People are
don't want to
acting like
feel
they can't.
useless. Nobody wants to feel useless.
Well, they're feeling like their livelihood's being taken away, right? Like
At the same time,
you're not really a person anymore. You can't do that.
old people ask all the time for help at the store, dude. You ever have old ladies ask to reach stuff or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, every time I go to the store.
No shit.
And
If you don't ever go to the store, Bill, you're not going to experience this.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, but they ask for help, man. So it's
yeah.
But if you help them without them asking, that's not the same thing.
There was a lady in Costco in a wheelchair, and I knew that she wanted to get something out of the freezer, and so I asked her, could I help her get something? And she went over to the fish sticks. I got it for her. And then I asked her if I could help her with anything else, and I couldn't understand her, and she smelled like shit.
Great story, Bill. Great story.
Should have gave her a sample at least. Leave her with
Right.
some peace.
Feed her one of the samples.
You want this one?
Oh, I got one more about old people. Do you guys know about old people smell and why they smell?
Why do they smell?
It's because their cells are dying at a faster rate than they're reproducing, so they're actually smelling like decay. Like they actually smell like death, like dead cells. Because when you're young, your cells are reproducing quickly as they shed off and die. When you're old, they don't reproduce as fast, so you're literally just like wearing a weird dead skin suit.
I can't imagine the smell of dead. I don't even know what old dead people or old nearly dead people smell like.
And you would talk about when you go to church. That's why you didn't. Or no, you were saying when they're shaking.
Yeah,
I thought you'd be
just-
smelling them
just-
too.
just holding onto the pew and just fucking shaking, man.
That's
Distracting.
What is that?
That's
Parkinson's?
Parkinson's. Yeah. You
That's a
got
bummer.
to shake their hand. You know, the worst part of
There-
church when they make you say hi to everybody.
Right, pieces be with you and also with you.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
There's some of
They-
the people when they get the Eucharist, so they get the body of Christ. They stick their tongue out, and the priest puts it on their tongue. And I was always one to do. I think it's you do left hand on top and the right hand underneath, and then you eat it with the right hand. You can't do right hand on top, left hand underneath. You do. He goes the body of Christ, and you say Amen, and he gives you one, and then you eat it, and then you go over to the wine. And they say the blood of Christ, and you say Amen, and then you
Good.
sip, and they do a little wipe.
Dude, every time you guys say something about Catholic Church, it sounds so serious. It's Catholic Church.
It was
is like,
somber.
to me.
It's somber.
To me, Protestant regular church is like casual church. They play music. They got bands. They got a piano, an organ. They got a drum set. But you're going to a place where there's only an organ and a bunch of old dudes, and that's it, right?
And old women.
You had I thought old women weren't allowed to be part of the church, or the nuns.
No,
the nuns, but
Oh, yeah, it's old dudes that are the priests.
the deacon. You have deacons or no?
Deacons, I think, are the above ones, right? There's priests, there's
No,
cardinals.
deacons were just the dudes that would help at like I keep wanting to say Protestant church, but I guess evangelical.
I don't really remember deacons. I remember.
If you went to Catholic,
Oh no, I
that's what
think
I'm saying, you
there
probably,
was a deacon.
probably didn't have them.
I think there might have been. I don't know.
But they would like hand out the. You guys have they pass around the plate.
Yeah. Yep. Good thing I quit before I felt obligated to donate with my own money.
Quit church, dude. Dude, you could probably donate with bits if you could do Twitch church. Yeah.
Yo, we
There's
need to
people
start a church.
Dude, there's influencers that are just pastors, and that's their thing. They do their own church on Instagram Reels.
Seems easy.
It's that to me is fucking crazy. Like, who's donating to these guys? All right. Ozempic. Apparently, it's preventing Alzheimer's.
May reduce the risk of Alzheimer's.
That's the same thing.
So, what is this telling us? Does this sound like an article that was funded by the pharmaceutical companies so that you get on Ozempic because you're afraid of Alzheimer's?
I mean, they're pushing it, and Alzheimer's rates are up.
I think this is really just
Probably
saying
legit.
that Alzheimer's is caused by being fat. Right?
Is it?
If you have a 40 to 70% lower risk of Alzheimer's.
Oh, I see where you're going. Yeah.
Oh no, this is in people that already have diabetes.
Oh.
So that's 70% lower is quite a bit. But you gotta remember this drug costs fucking $1,200 a month or whatever.
My Alzheimer's prevention methods: avocados, omega-3s, Sudoku.
Sudoku.
So brain games and oils for your brain.
You guys think if we did Wordle right now we could do it? You guys ever do Wordle? I've never.
I've done Wordle.
You've done
That's like
Wordle?
the Facebook game.
No.
It's
It's
New
like
York
the
Times.
5-letter, and you
It's New York
guess.
Times. You have to pay to do Wordle. Okay.
I have the first best
Okay,
word.
here we
Amber.
go. Here we go. Let's do Wordle.
Let me guess first, Amber. Dan, you can guess next.
We're AMBER. Do I have to hit enter?
Yeah.
Okay, you got nothing.
So the B is in the wrong spot, but there's a B. The other letters are not in it. So what is your word?
Dan?
Blame.
B.
Well, no. Don't do blame because
there's no A. There's no
Oh.
A.
There's no A.
I
There's
don't know,
no
I never
M.
played
There's no
this
E.
There's no E. Okay, so you do like buses. Bust.
Bussin'.
Let's go with busty. There you
I
go.
was gonna say bear,
Nice one.
but no. It's
Okay, we got 2 letters, so it's gonna be
Oh,
B.
all right,
Uh,
Dan, your turn to guess.
Ends with a Y.
So the S is in the right spot. The Y is in the right spot. So B, S, and Y we know. We just need the 2 middle letters.
It's gonna be a vowel, right?
Right.
It's gonna be a vowel here. It's either gonna be an I or an O, right?
Yeah.
Dan? I or O?
Oh.
All right, so this is an S here. And this is going to be, I don't know. I don't know what this letter could be. But the last letter is going to be a Y. Is this bossy?
Ooh, try bossy. Another S, huh? Bossy?
There, got it. All right.
Wow.
I've literally never done this before. That's too fucking easy.
3
Okay.
guesses. That was good.
Well, people do
Oh,
that
I have
every
one
single
more
day.
idea that I had. And I think this is kind of a good idea. And it's kind of too late because the election's coming, but a Trump diaper, an adult diaper that's got Trump's face on it. so that people that hate Trump can literally shit on his face. But it's funny because they're also wearing an adult diaper and shitting in a diaper. Trump diaper?
Are you talking about this black pad that was under Trump's ass on Fox News?
No, it's like a liberal
You
diaper.
see this though? He was sitting on some sort of black pad, and I think it's because he's
It's a grounding mat.
He's been. What does that mean, dude? But is that, are they afraid of him like smearing some shit out his ass on their couch?
I have an unusually damp ass. So like if I sit on a leather seat anywhere, like if I'm at the doctor's office and I get up, there is a wet crack line where my ass was.
Every time.
Is that normal? Are you guys leaving ass like moistness around in public?
I think you're in too good a shape to be doing that, so that might be a problem. Like that's
Your
like
pants are too
that's
tight,
kinda like
dude.
if you're pretty fat and sweaty, that makes sense.
Your clothes need to be more moisture.
Maybe
absorbent,
you got to switch out those boxer briefs to regular boxers, man. a
Yeah,
little
they're like
more breathable.
breathing too much. Yeah, all the moisture's just seeping through.
Okay, we'll think about this.
Keeping it tight. Maybe it's keeping your ass too warm. There you go, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
So
that.
like when you get up, you like wipe it off. You're like,
I do. I look at it. I'm ashamed.
It's-
Honestly.
Go to Amazon, get a couple packs of some Hanes boxers, give it a couple weeks. Let us know if you're still sweating out your ass, and then we'll follow it up, man.
Dude. Oh, I'll tell you
Right
after
now?
the pod
Right
about
now?
that, actually. I had something, but it's an after the pod topic.
Oh, that's
but
related-
Not, I'm wearing pads so I don't sweat.
it's for
related
it's for the Patreon episode. I got you.
Right. It's for the Patreon. It related to my ass being sweaty. So the lore runs deep. It's part of my insecurity.
Okay. We got this one here. Okay. What energy drinks do you guys like? If any. Which ones you start with in high school? Huh? Because like in high school, that's when they all came out. When
It
we
was
were
the
in high
normal Monster, I think.
school.
I had a couple of rock stars. Z-Mac really liked the rock stars, and Joey did. And I had a couple. They were just really sugary.
The sweetness on those are crazy, dude. I couldn't take that.
I completely stopped drinking the sugar ones, but like I used to really like Nos and Rockstars over Monster because Monsters kind of cost too much, and Red Bulls to me fucking suck. So,
I like Red Bull. Those are
anyways,
good.
the point of this, right, is Keurig and Dr. Pepper are somehow the same company. They just bought this brand of energy drink called Ghost for $1 billion, and the first thing when you posted this, Bill, is like, I've never even heard of Ghost Energy. So why is it worth $1 billion?
Right. It kind of makes no sense.
They're only buying 60%.
For $1 billion.
I think they have like Sour Patch Kid flavors or some shit, or like
Is it energy drinks for kids?
Starburst.
You can't do that, can you?
oh, it's just like the flavoring is like candy shit, and
Like this is what they look like.
Bright colors, yeah.
This to me looks like Snapchat the energy drink. Right? It's like a mischievous version of the
How much caffeine's in this?
200. It's like
200?
a pre-workout.
Where does it even say? I want to see the caffeine. Caffeine content. 200. God, you're right, dude. You've had these.
Yeah,
Dan, you're out here drinking
They're,
Ghost, dude.
pre-workout. No, I just know about
They're
it for whatever
pre-workout,
reason.
dude. I thought like people that were working
I
out
tried
were
it a couple
drinking-
times.
They're drinking like C4s and like Celsius. 'Cause, like Celsius
Oh yeah, that's
also
probably
has
what I'm thinking
a
about.
lot.
C4.
C4 and Celsius.
Yeah,
have
they
a-
try to make that as like a you can have better metabolism, so you lose weight. Drink our energy.
I mean, that's got to be if you're ODing on caffeine and sweating, you're probably losing weight. So they got something going there.
My coworker drinks 3 Celsius a day, and
Dude, Celsius is like a high end. Like what? Celsius has
yeah,
Celsius.
I'm scared for that guy. He's like tweaking all the time and always stressed out about everything.
Also, too, so he's drinking 600 milligrams of caffeine a day.
I
That's
thought he had a
fucked up.
problem, but maybe that's a solution. You know,
That's like he's drinking a 12 pack of Cokes, like those little 12-ounce cans. He's drinking all 12 every single day. Those only have 50 a pop.
It's very scary.
Dude, when I was in Colorado, I don't drink sugar. I don't have that much sugar. I had 3 Sprites, and the next day my blood sugar dropped to where like I thought I was having a panic attack. And it turns out it was just my blood sugar, and I recognized I needed to get a hamburger. Ate a hamburger, and I was fine. But I was like, because I spike my sugar insane, and I'm not used to that. Three Sprites, sent me off the deep end.
The thing, if you take too much sugar in, the next day your blood sugar goes down.
I'm inferring it. I'm assuming that's what happened because I don't drink. I don't have a lot of excess sugar, and so when I had clearly too much sugar, because 3 Sprites. And then the next day I was like, I had avocado toast, and then within 3 hours I was fucked.
Avocado. You can't. I don't eat avocado toast in the same way I don't drink Mountain Dew with Doritos. Okay? it's like a bad stereotype that I try to avoid.
Dude, I had avocado toast today, and it was legit. I'll tell you how I made it. So just bread.
Hey,
right?
you're making it yourself. You're not buying it at Panera for like $7.
I would never buy avocado toast. That's weird.
What kind of bread you get? The soft and good?
Yeah, the best one there is. You guys get that shit yet? It's the best.
That's like not even bread. I get whole grain, 12 grain. Like they pretend like it's food.
All right, you're eating brown bread. No thanks.
Yeah, brown bread.
That's scary.
Avocado, and then I got everything but the bagel seasoning. I do a little salsa, and then I do some jalapenos, like pickled jalapenos.
You have to toast the bread, right?
Yeah, toasted.
You didn't say that part though.
I know.
'Cause if you do it without, it's just a floppy mess.
Yeah. Ugh.
Dude, this bread isn't even bad. Okay,
it definitely is bad. Yeah.
I'm looking up the nutrition facts here for soft and good giant white bread, aka the best bread.
Let's go to the ingredients.
Only 80 calories a slice, which is like, it could be higher than that, and it's not. And it's only got 2 G's of sugar and 2 G's of protein. This is not bad bread.
Let's go to
You gotta compare breads to really
the
get an
ingredients.
The ingredients.
Enriched flour.
Unbleached.
That's all you need to know.
Hey, unbleached, okay? That's better than bleached, right?
Unbleached wheat flour, barley flour.
Okay, let's look up
reduced
your bread.
Iron thiamine mononitrate.
That shit will never get moldy.
Bill, what kind of bread are you eating, huh?
It's like a whole grain,
what
12
brand
grain.
is it?
It's like there's a guy. Bobby's or something. Whole grain bread. Yeah.
What store you get it from?
I don't know what bread you're talking about.
Bro,
is this some paleo bread? No, this is some guy named Bobby Parrish.
Do whole grain bread.
Okay, is it one of these? Can you grab the bread real quick?
Maybe it's that one. Is it that one?
I don't fucking know, dude. It's only you've seen this.
Do whole grain bread, all brands.
All brands. Okay. Is it one of those right there?
Oh, the bottom right.
It
is. I think it's the bottom right. Uncle something.
Dave's bread.
Dave.
Dude, I wouldn't. Dude, you're buying bread with some white dude's name on it? Jesus Christ.
It could be a black guy. Dave Chappelle.
Come on.
It could be a Jew. It's not a white.
This guy. This is a white guy on the bread. He's
Italian.
He's
Italians
making
aren't white.
Whoa, time out, dude. Italians aren't white. Maybe if this was like fucking 1900. Okay.
Jews aren't white. I learned that
right.
today.
Also, if it was like 1900. But that's only like the far right Germans telling you the Jews aren't right? Who's saying Jews aren't white right now? Okay.
They ain't right.
Products. What do we got? Which one is it? The good
the one on the top left.
The top
21
left.
whole grains.
21 pilots. Okay, 6 G's. That's a lot
protein.
of protein. Yeah, but do you want a lot
omega-3s? I'm telling you, man.
What's an ALA omega-3 though? Does that mean
it's the best kind?
Is this bread infused with fish oil, dude?
I mean it. I'm down.
So it's
first ingredient, organic whole wheat.
And that means nothing to me. That means that you're eating wheat with bugs in it. Okay, right? Okay.
Organic.
It's got organic. Organic means fucking nothing.
It's got quinoa. It's got
organic
flax.
is a marketing term, Bill. You know that.
rolled oats.
Rolled
Oat
oats.
fiber.
What's a rolled oat? Okay, 21 grains and seed mix, organic red quinoa. I don't want fucking quinoa on my bread, man.
And it was actually pretty good. With my avocado, this
Bill,
hit
Bill,
different.
listen.
That's a dense bread.
Each one of
That's
these
real
one of these
dense.
slices of bread has 30 more calories, double the sugar of the other bread. Okay? It's got 4 Gs right here. It does have more protein.
No.
It's got less of all. Look at this shit. Do I still have it open? Oh, soft and good. Okay. Soft and good. Nutrition facts right here. 15% folic acid. None. Okay.
What is folic acid?
It helps you. Folic acid helps you take in vitamins better, or absorb vitamins.
Is the enriched flour bioavailable? So just because it has the vitamins doesn't mean that your body can actually process them.
Dude,
Are they
all I'm saying,
bioavailable folic acid?
there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 vitamins listed here. There's only 4 listed here. So this bread has 5 more vitamins than this other bread, and it has half the sugar. To me, that's better.
It's less nutrients.
I don't know. I mean, this bread is darker than that other bread.
Dude,
It seems
the color.
like-
Dude, I saw something recently. Like they're finally getting whole grain bread to not be brown, so people will buy it. They're like dyeing it whiter, or they're making it lighter.
They're bleaching their flour.
But why is there organic acerola cherry powder in here?
Taste?
And just the last ingredient is just enzymes. Like fuck that, dude. What
That's
enzymes?
not a good look.
What enzymes, man?
Yeah, but anything below 1%, they don't even need
this
to list
fucking
it on
logo
there, so you
right
don't even
here.
know.
This guy with the guitar is enough to not buy it, Bill. I like the bear, dude. You see this bear? Look at this little bear.
Is bread really supposed to be chewy though?
It's supposed to be soft and good.
Soft and good. It doesn't say chewy somewhere.
Is it? Dude, I don't know. This to me, if I was making like toast, or if I was making a the cheese bread tomato, what's it called?
BLT.
No, a grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is what it's
A
called.
cheese bread
If I were-
tomato?
You putting tomatoes in your grilled cheese?
No,
What?
you put grilled cheese in tomato soup.
Oh yeah.
If you were making a grilled cheese, would you ever pick this piece of shit bread over this?
It's laying around. I mean, it's what
I feel like
whatever's
that
more filling, maybe too.
This bread looks
That
like it
other
has a
bread?
bunch of seeds on it to me.
isn't real food. Whereas the
We
bread,
looked at the nutrition facts, man. If you're not trying to eat sugar, you're eating twice as much sugar and 30 more calories by eating this bread.
but it's got real ingredients that you know what it is.
It's still double the sugar, even if it's real, dude. It's organic, double the sugar. Still double the sugar.
Organic cane sugar versus
What do we
high
got here?
fructose corn syrup.
If this, oh my god, it does have high fructose. I gotta stop.
Soybean oil. Look
Dude.
at soybean oil.
I have no problem with soybean oil. That to me is some right wing shit, dude. Oh, I can't eat soybeans, can't eat soy sauce because I low key just hate Asia.
and it's not true that tofu,
I don't like tofu.
soy products, it doesn't lower your testosterone. That is a misnomer.
So what's wrong with it then?
It gives you
No, I
booty.
eat tofu.
No, what's wrong with the soybean oil then?
Gives you man
it's
boobies.
processed.
It's processed.
And it's probably rancid. Most of the seed oils are rancid. No nutritional value.
What? Where's it say that at?
What?
You eat corn
I try not to because I know that it's basically nothing.
because it has no nutritional value. Right?
I'm not a big corn guy.
I'm actually pretty upset that this bread has high fructose corn syrup as its sugar instead of regular sugar, but it's only half as much sugar as the other one. So overall, you're still eating half the sugar. And if you're eating 2 slices of bread, it's
let's look at the serving size.
It's 160 calories. 45 grams versus
What do we got?
28 grams.
Oh no. That means your bread has more.
Oh yeah, okay. Apparently your bread is pretty fucking heavy, huh?
It's nutrient dense.
It's dense, but is that good?
Look at all those ingredients. Rolled
Dude,
barley.
there's too many different ingredients in this. It's got triticale. What is that?
Google.
It's got organic pumpkin seeds in it, man. I don't want that. It's got fucking barley. It's got beer ingredients. What is millet? What is rolled spelt? It's got cornmeal. It's got rolled rye. I don't look. This is so big. Bread's supposed to be like 5 ingredients total. Look at this.
That's true.
Those
are all the whole grains.
This is like 25 ingredients.
That's a lot to digest.
We should look
Of
up
a
if
good
whole grains are
variety.
good for you.
Organic molasses.
I like the sourdough. Has a little fermented action.
Sourdough's legit.
Tastes good.
Are whole grains good for you? Oops.
But the soybean shit is like linked to obesity and diabetes. So
Why don't you tell that to Japan, man? They live forever. Okay. Yes, whole grains are good. That's the AI. A good choice
Mayo
of
Clinic.
nutrition diet. Whole grains provide fiber, vitamins, and minerals, but like that bread literally had less vitamins. Right?
I would say you got to see how it treats you. You know, you got to experiment for yourself. You can't just take what the mass.
I'm not
The
eating bread
general
every day.
mass is like how they receive it. It's like you got to just try shit, see how it reacts with your body.
I buy soft
Does it
and
make you
good
feel
because
good?
it lasts for 2 weeks, and I know it lasts for 2 weeks because it's fake. If I was eating bread every day, like I assume Bill's making toast every day, I would buy the better bread. Okay, but if I'm eating bread once every 3-4 days, just to make a shitty sandwich, I want the shitty white bread.
You refrigerate your bread. You put it
No.
in the freezer before and you thaw it out.
I discovered that's like a white people thing. You buy a bunch of bread and you freeze it until you use it.
Yeah,
I've never done that, but
That's the thing.
we
yeah.
have bread in the freezer. One in the fridge, one in the freezer.
But that's because you buy bread that only lasts 6 days, right? So you got
right.
You have to.
It's the
freeze it.
preservatives. You don't want to put the preservatives in your body because it preserves your digestive system and doesn't allow you to work as fast. It does the same thing in preserving the food it does with your organs. It slows everything down.
All right. Well, at the end of the day, if I eat 2 slices, it's 160 calories. If you eat 2 slices of yours, it's 220.
I know. I have a problem where I need to get the calories. I'm not trying to limit the calories.
Oh, I don't need the calories. I'm all set on the calories.
So you're trying to limit your calories.
Oh yeah.
Like I need to eat more today.
If I'm only gonna eat one sandwich, I prefer the one that has 60 less calories and half the sugar. Like
Yeah,
overall,
I'm on a
if it's
calorie
if it's
hunt.
only calories in, calories out, I think that's a better choice. But also, a little bit of you don't take any folic acid. You take
like as a supplement.
you take a multivitamin. That probably has
Here and there I do.
it probably has 100% of your folic or folate in it.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. That's enough bread talk. This has been episode 28 of the Drag and Drop podcast. We got 28 episodes so far. We only got one more episode till the election. And I can't wait for the election because then we'll know.
You said you didn't want to talk about it.
I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk.
There you
Listen,
go.
this is the end. I can't wait because then we'll finally know if we never have to hear from Trump again or if he will be the president forever.
It's still gonna be a month after the election, dude. You'll still hear all that shit still.
Oh yeah. I think we placed
It's
a
not
bet.
going away.
My bet was that they declare the president. I'm gonna go with November 7th. What do you guys got?
So the election is on the 5th?
The election is on 5th. Yes. So I'm saying 48 hours. Last time it was the 8th, but it was on the 3rd, so it was like 5 days.
So, I mean, I don't know that much about January 6th, but if they decided on the 8th, what took so long for January 6th to go all the way to January 6th?
Jesus Christ, Bill. I don't. January 6th is when they certify the electors.
Oh, so that's what like they made it like the real deal.
They stormed.
The 8th
They stormed the Capitol to delay. They tried to make them not do it at all, but they delayed it like 8 hours.
Well, that don't seem so bad.
Oh yeah, it was just a tour. It was fine.
An 8-hour delay?
Is they had the fucking Confederate flag inside the Capitol building, dude. Only time it's ever happened.
The Confederate flag inside the Capitol building?
Only time it ever happened.
They had a shaman in there.
Yeah, he's already out of prison.
Is he an influencer?
I don't think so. He's kind of fucking crazy. Have you watched the interviews with him? He's fucking crazy, dude.
Is it like Q shaman? Or some
Yeah,
shit?
he's like the QAnon shaman. Yeah, isn't it weird that QAnon's like done? Like, what happened to that? Like, to me,
It's a psyop.
yeah. Like, to me, QAnon was the most obvious psyop of all time, but so many people fell for it.
It is a weird thing because there's a lot of stupid people, and you know, because you live in your own brain always, you sort of assume people are like you, and you know but people aren't, and they're really stupid.
Average IQ is 100, man. That means half of people are under that. Okay,
That's weird, you know. It's
weird,
almost like
dude.
they're NPCs.
Bill, you need to go to the grocery store, man. You need to experience America at the grocery store. Okay.
Do I have God to thank for not being that stupid? Who do I thank?
I think
Why not yourself?
I think you probably
myself?
You probably thank your
Give
parents.
yourself some credit.
Thank my parents.
They didn't neglect you enough to be that stupid.
Yeah, if they would have malnutritioned me or hit me.
Blame your parents for your problems and then thank them for your intelligence.
I thank my dad for Clint Eastwood.
Thanks, Dad.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Farewell.